Yeah, it's rich in bubbly goodness.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to the After School Special Show, where we get together with friends in the fandom after school and, just kick back, have fun getting to know each other, and hit a few pressing pop culture topics that have popped off of late. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring up my co-host, who looks like he's in a different background. How's the hot tub, Fat Steven?
I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
No, I just thought it's definitely it's May the 25th, right? So it's a happy hot tub day, right? That's what today is. So I'm living it out.
Hot tub? I thought it was Star Wars Day.
Well, there's some definitely type of Star Wars going on down below. I think I'm stuck between two jets.
All right, we'll have to spray some WD-40 and get you out.
Can we make it bacon grease so at least I smell nice when I get out of here?
Oh, yeah.
I would love
bacon grease works. I got plenty of that.
Well, it's nice out here in my undisclosed location, but how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good despite the clouds of pollen outside, which makes it dangerous for me to go outside and try to breathe.
Oh, you got the allergy stuff and all this stuff going around again, yeah?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
which sucks, but
Are you trying to get sponsored by Bang too now? What is this? Is this
I am. No, it's really good. I love unicorns, doomicorns, so I got rainbow unicorn. So I think like Ord's board, I'm trying to get Bang to sponsor me.
You can probably do it, but yeah, happy Wednesday. It's already hump day. Wait, it's Tuesday. I'm on my wrong day.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday today.
It's Taco Tuesday. Oh, that's what I wanted to get tonight for dinner. Yeah, I want tacos.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look very happy. Toxic Femme was great last night. Some people still trying to get used to the time zone we were talking about. They're like, we're late. I'm like, that's okay. You can still super chat.
We decided to start, a little bit early. So we could end a little bit early and not go into the wee hours of the night. But yeah, we had a great time last night. Thanks so much to all of you who came out and supported us. We had fun ripping apart the Eternals trailer.
Oh my God. I literally thought I was watching like a DC trailer. Do you know what I mean? Though it had that gray tone to it.
Yeah.
And Value Village sponsored the costumes. It was the Returnals. They're gonna fail. I can feel it now.
I didn't know what the heck that was. I wouldn't have even known if it was a Marvel movie until they asked at the end about who's gonna, lead the Avengers. I was like, oh my God, who cares?
I'm thinking Black Widow, right? Because that movie will come out. I think Black Widow will lead the
I would have been interested in that movie maybe 4 years ago, 3
years
exactly.
ago. I would love it 4 years ago.
Doesn't make any sense now. But the second topic that we had last night, I nicknamed it "Old Man Yells at Cloud." Jerry Conway basically calling people incels if you didn't agree with him about not liking manga.
Oh my! He doesn't get it, and he's just digging a deeper hole. And the fact that he helped with co-creating Power Girl in general, who has pretty much I think the biggest knockers in the DC universe, with that window, and it's been cosplayed so much, it kind of defeats his whole argument. And it's even worse when you see his profile picture. He's sitting there with the face band-aid, and he's like, "I'm so relevant right now." I'm like, "No, you just look like a puppet."
And here's the thing about him, right? He's talking about quote unquote incels and talking, about guys not liking manga, but how sexist is it that he didn't even consider how many women were into manga?
It's not that yeah, that's true, but it's even how many women actually write manga. That's the other thing too, because a lot of this, he's not getting one thing. He's trying to go after like that manga and all that type, because deep down I think he realizes that their stuff is failing. Their shelves are getting smaller.
Totally.
Their content is no longer about quality. It's about agenda and lectures. And no one wants to spend, as their prices go up for these graphic novels, more money to feel more crappy.
Right.
There's nothing to read anymore.
Nobody wants that. But one of the things that I will say is articles like that I've been getting from, of course, Bounding into Comics. I've always loved that website. That's why I'm so happy that we have John F. Trent and Spencer from Bounding into Comics with us. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Yeah, glad to be here.
Ooh, glad to have you guys.
I love your intro so much. I always forget how much it makes me laugh because I normally tune in like 5 or 10 minutes after the show started, so I always love catching it.
Oh, well, thank you.
The Shazam is a little. The Shazam piece, I still cringe at the Superman not showing his face.
Yeah. I was actually going to suggest you should like Photoshop that so the person who walks in is actually Fat Steven. Like, I've got a friend for lunch, Fat Steven.
That's what they want to see. Superman costume with rolls of fat hanging out the edges. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, look like a crescent roll.
As long as you do some of these, I'm pretty sure nobody will know that your kung fu is out of date.
But it's bad enough. I actually have people randomly who follow me on Twitter tagging me in articles related to Steven Seagal, and I'm like, well, this woman just did this, and this one about Mansion. I'm like, I don't own any of this, but it's hilarious.
All right, thanks for letting me know. More content.
It's nice to actually talk to both of you because I do pop up in your chats once in a while and try to disrupt with bad jokes, and John hates it. I know he does. He's like, I'm trying to be serious here. And you got Kabuto over there laughing his ass off, waiting for the next one, like popcorn at a film.
Oh, I love when you show up. Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
You haven't done it in a little while, but I used to consider you my unofficial community news source because whenever a Photoshop would come out from Fat Steven, you knew that it was relevant and you knew that it was whatever was going on around us.
That is true.
He was just fast with those memes and all that. We're just, holy crap. Really? Did you just put that out there? And they were so hilarious. That's why I was just like, when he's like, yeah, you need a assistant. I was like, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
You do that for me. And ever since then, it's been absolutely awesome.
I had one question though. What does John pay you in chicken nuggets or real money or just a time and attention?
He gives me part of his white privilege. So every other weekend, I get to go outside on a Sunday with some of his white privilege.
Do you have a card that you check it off? The loyalty card.
I have a card, and then if people really need a verification, I have John on speed dial to say, please tell them that I have it just for these few hours.
So you're saying after every 10 shows, you can turn in for one white privilege comment a week or a month? Is that how it works?
Exactly. That's exactly how it goes. One day
you should do is just stay the whole show muted and just nod her head or shake your head and let him try to run all the articles and see how much he's like, why aren't you helping me here? What's going on?
Please, I need your wit.
I don't know. Spencer does a great job when I'm out. So he's covered a bunch of times when I've been on vacation. He's done a really good job.
He seems really rambunctious, and he's very enthusiastic when it comes to the way you guys deliver your show, your articles, and the knowledge gathered. So you guys make a good team.
Thanks.
He does. Yeah. He does have a lot of run-on sentences, so that makes sense.
I definitely do.
Don't worry. I know the feeling. I've always praying that I say something too long. And it's like, please don't mute me. Please don't fire me. Please don't fire me.
No, dude, I can't fire you. I need somebody to throw those extra Twinkies at, so I don't eat.
Now it's Twinkies.
Put it after you. But
did Steven just get a pay raise?
Yeah, I think we went from regular chicken nuggets to Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. So he kind of went up.
Yeah, John, you're totally right. It's a matter of time before that. He is Hot Tub Seagal.
Yeah, he's gonna getting that pay raise is gonna be coming out overflowing.
All around with that
sauce.
But dipping sauce.
The one thing I can give Lorraine credit for, before we get really into, is that you get a lot of experience when you're teamed up with someone, even if they give you that chance. And it's like you can learn a lot from the people you meet, the people you interview, and how the interactions work. And it's been an experience in itself, right? It's almost been a year. We're getting close to that.
Yeah, we're getting real close.
It's an anniversary show coming up, and it's just going to be. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't.
It's been so much fun.
Well, it's the only intelligent, beautiful woman that won't hit me with mace. So it's pretty much a win-win. I'm learning, and I'm not going to the hospital. So I win.
The bear mace or the spiked club?
It depends. Usually she covers an actual mace with bear mace, and she
I was
tries
going to
to
say that. Dang it.
That's
even
what
if
they
you
told
miss,
me to do with
Double
Cabela's.
whammy.
Because if you miss with the
Get it
initial
into the
swing,
wounds.
no, but if you miss the swing, the spray will actually come off in the swing and probably get me in the face. So either way, I'm going to get hit in the eyes somewhere. It's got really violent really quick.
We're just looking out for everybody.
Yeah, it just happens on the show. But speaking of that, oh my gosh, 21 of you guys watching the show, thank you so very much. This is
everyone.
the after school special show. We have got Spencer and John from Bounding in the Comics here, and let me go through the chat and welcome you folks dropping in. We have I can't roll R's. Says Lorena Creole. Hello. Well, hello to you, and thank you for being a channel member. I so appreciate that. I can't roll my R's like Andre.
Zax, what's up?
And Deviant Porg. Hello,
my man Porg.
to you. How are you? So glad you are here with us.
Yeah,
Poop sticker from Buck Crack.
Porg's really interested in the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, the Powerpuff.
It's his favorite.
Yeah,
mine too, which is why it kind of hurts my heart. But then,
I can't wait for the crossover of Powerpuff Girls and Batwoman.
Oh no. Oh, it would probably happen too.
Yeah.
Don't
They're
give
all
them
owned
any
by Warner
ideas.
Brothers.
Don't give them any ideas.
They need ideas. They can't write anymore.
It's really true. Look at the Flash. Flash season 8 will be like Flash dates Blossom or something.
Ooh, I haven't watched that.
After what I heard about Impulse and the possibility of their daughter coming back, it's
oh Lord.
Impulse looks so
I
bad.
like cake. I like cake at this point. Just cake.
Hey, Keely
also-
Chow. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
no, they actually canned a Batwoman, Superman, and Lois crossover too. So
Oh,
thank God.
good. Thank God.
That.
Please don't touch Superman and Lois. I just no.
You don't need
I'm behind
away.
on a couple of episodes, but no, don't bring that chick over there. We have Keely Chow with us. Says hello, everybody, and roll tide to you, Keely Chow. Let's see. We've got a couple super chats that I'm going to get to, but before I do that, thank you, Murakel, Emperor of Corruption, for subscribing to my channel. I so do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Butt crack meeting.
I'm gonna make a poop emoji super chat thing now.
Oh, gotta love the poop emoji super chats. Thank you so much for that, Butt Crack Media. And we have $2 super chat from GoGo13, aka Brandon the Infinite Wolf. Thank you so much for being a channel member. Also, Butt Crack Media, thank you for being a channel member. I see unicorn plus fire equals tacos.
It's a Loki's Mornings of Mischief joke. Remember how they're doing the tacos, the unicorn tacos Mexican Iron Man used to be on? So I think it's a related thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the Bang and then Taco Tuesday.
That's what I thought too.
You really are angling for that Bang sponsorship.
I am. You know what? Since you did mention a unicorn here, I'm going to hit you with my Doomicorn here.
I am the Pegasus. I come bearing horrible tidings of war from the...
Yeah. Less talky, more flabby.
That's what my unicorn sounds like.
Was that Optimus Prime?
It sounded like him, right?
Yeah, that's what Ellen says. I'm eventually going to have to do another one with just Optimus Prime and put that vocal over top and just Photoshop a horn on him just to make it better.
I just think it's somebody who sounds close to his voice, but that was not the voice that I was expecting. So I was like, that's
unicorn.
So freaking cool. I have to have that. That's freaking awesome. So let's see who else is here. We're rolling down here. We have John42, who says hello and happy 44th Star Wars birthday, Lady the Reina Creole. Look at that cake and all that champagne. Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to Star Wars and Lorena and everybody. I don't know if it's Lorena's birthday, but it's just nice to be here.
Nah, it's not my birthday, but it's okay. I'll still take
Is that
cake.
a pinata emoji? Is the fourth one a
Is it?
pinata?
Ooh, I think so.
Oh, it's either that or a party popper.
Candy falling out.
Yeah.
Looks like,
It is
looks like candy falling out. I'm gonna
It
call
can
it
be.
that.
it's confetti, I think, because of the streamers.
It's like the thing you throw in
revenge.
Smash Brothers that like floats up and then it pops open and then everything falls out. It's like
Is
one of those
Smash-
balls.
Is Smash Brothers code for your neighbors? Is that what you do in your spare time? Yeah,
I'm trying to send out that secret code to all the watchers who want to get in on it.
I did not even picture that together. Okay, well, Zach7, thank you so much for being here. Says hello. Thank you for being a channel member. Let's see. I believe that's Spencer right there.
That's me.
Hello, Six. How are you? How are you? And we have Cavatano Cavalryman Che, who says, got a bucket of used fried chicken oil for Fat Stephen.
If you're gonna even come close to me, you don't need the master notes if you can even put your fingers near there.
More importantly, it's used, so that means he had some fried chicken. Was it good?
Why can't X body spray smell like that?
This is the perfect.
Because then you'd have like stray dogs and cats like chewing at you all day.
At least someone would pay attention.
You don't want that one there. Hey, theme park casual.
I need contact. I've been inside so long.
Theme Park Casual says, hey kids. Well, hello, and thank you so much for being a member. Zach saying, welcome, Team Bounding. And I always say, I think I've got everybody, and then something else happens. Let's see. The John Beck, hello. Hi, chat. Please tell me I only missed 15 minutes. Yeah, you only missed 15 minutes. Besides, you guys are never late in the chat. You show up when you show up. And here's Fire says, hello. I don't think I've seen you in my chat before, so that's awesome. Thank you for being here. Randy Scribner Jr. says, hi, everyone. Hello. Steven Saucedo says, good evening, Lorena Creole and crew. How are you guys? Good seeing you, Steven. Haven't seen you here in a while. And Raptors 50 says, hello, Lorena Creole and guests.
Yes.
Yo.
Awesome. And let's see. And we have Tom here from Midnight's Edge After Dark. I'm not greasing you out of the hot tub this time, Stephen. F that.
Do it, Tom. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it now. I'll wipe $250 if you just put one hand in an area.
That's literally what being rich is. Just paying people to go past their boundaries.
Let's see. And let's see. Why not? I got extra Crisco. You can't turn down that extra Crisco now.
I'm not creepy.
That would be just rude to refuse the extra Crisco. That's not neighborly.
Should I should I just ruin it for Tom and just go full 80s?
Yes, you should. I like
Tom.
that.
Hey Tom.
You know I love He-Man.
I got what I do. I know you do. I'll be like this. Hey Tom, do you want to find out where I keep my power of Grayskull? Come on in, big boy.
Do you want to have the power?
And he gave you 2 cupcakes too.
It's in my name actually now. That's why, so people can actually force it on me.
Hey, Kaylee D. How are you?
Aren't they trying to find the sword in Kevin Smith's TV show? So you know what the sword is?
Oh yeah, yep.
Are they?
Yeah, that's the whole plot. Is that Tila, like, they had this big battle and then they all went their separate ways, and now Tila has to get the team back together.
Did you catch the article like that when they were doing the article? They're saying the Master of the Universe is no longer about He-Man having the power. It's about everyone having the secret power inside them. I'm like, oh great, they're turning into Power Rangers.
Wow.
It's in the article. I will find it. So they're literally saying that they're all going to get probably powers of Grayskull in their own way.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
That's awful.
John Bailey was the voice of Pegasus. Oh, okay. I don't think I know who he is, but that voice was close enough to Optimus Prime and maybe lift my eyebrow like, wow, cool. I like that. I like
he was
that.
Optimus Prime too. So it's the
Oh,
same
he was?
guy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Which incarnation? The movie?
In Bumblebee and in the movies.
So the Michael Bay stuff.
Transformers crossover, storyline, Transformers animated, Transformers Combiner Wars.
Oh wow,
that's a lot of
animated.
stuff.
I remember.
He's
Bumblebee.
I guess he's not Peter Cullen.
Yeah.
But that's not right because he's not a real robot. He can't do that.
The epic voice
that's
guy.
True. He basically did Optimus when Peter Cullen could.
No Peter Cullen
exactly.
and Bumblebee disappoint. Yeah.
That might be the animated movie,
I-
though. It's hard to tell on the thing here.
I have to
There might
watch
be an animated
Bumblebee.
one
I
also.
didn't. After the last Transformers movie, I was not
Just-
into.
Just remember
Just
Cena's
watch-
in it.
Just watch the opening scene and then turn the rest off.
Yeah, pretty much.
As soon as they
that's
leave
actually-
Cybertron,
yeah.
quit. Just watch
Oh,
the stuff on
okay.
Cybertron, and then the rest is like
Downhill from
lame
there.
coming of age stuff. With
Yeah,
with the
it's
robot.
more human stuff that we don't really care about.
Oh God, that's like with the Godzilla versus Kong. It's like I don't care about the humans. I just want to see some kaiju fights.
I thought
Yeah.
they were going to do better with that movie. Like, I thought the only human thing was going to be Millie Bobby Brown and that little sneaking in subplot that was literally just there to get the plot going along. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's going to be great. That's what we want. And then they actually did put in humans, and I was like, this is boring.
Yeah.
Can I answer Tom quickly? Sorry. Tom, as soon as I find a Skeletor one in the workshop, I will teach you how to be Skeletor, and you can yell at me as He-Man. How about that? So you can get all your frustration out one day.
That is going to be so freaking cool when that
Can you
when that
imagine-
happens.
Can you
I can't
imagine
flipping
He-Man
wait.
versus Skeletor both in their own hot tubs?
Oh,
What are they just like yelling at each other from across the way?
Like grumpy
Yelling
old
and
man.
throwing stuff.
I just
Grumpy
imagine
old-
like
grumpy old
Statler and
Grayskull.
Waldorf.
Oh my
You
god!
just have to. I just hear the Skeletor laugh in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes, He-Man.
Yeah.
Here and a channel member as well as theme park casual. Well, folks, we have got 35 people watching. Thank you so very
Oh,
much. An after school special, and we have Spencer and John here from Bounding into Comics. So we are going to start with our two baseline questions we like to ask. So, what are your memories of lunchtime at school? And we'll start with Spencer.
Lunchtime at school. Let's see. In grade school, my lunchtime was normal, kind of just school. I remember really crappy normal school lunches, the occasional pizza day, which was the square pizza, which was not like really good pizza, but you're a kid, you don't know any better. And then I remember
Right.
playing a lot of Pokemon cards, Pokemon on my Game Boy, super Poke obsessed as a kid. So that's what I spent a lot of my lunchtimes doing.
Keep him away from me.
Yeah, that's I would recommend that just in
Saggy
general.
Chew. You're okay, Saggy Chew.
Looking a little low on health there, like a ball would capture you right away now, Saggy Chew.
You had no
Some
idea.
electricity
Steven was
power
sitting
up.
on me for 2 hours. It was horrible.
So, John,
That's actually
you're
Ryan
next?
Reynolds, right?
Yep.
Yes. I like that movie more than I thought I was going to.
Me
actually.
too. It was
Yeah.
good until the
Pikachu is
end.
great.
It's way
actually
better than a lot of stuff we're
solid
getting.
mystery. Has
Yeah,
some good
right?
Twists and turns.
You should have
Wasn't
seen.
like super predictable.
Yeah. You should have seen some kids' faces in the theater when, Ryan Reynolds showed up, like they revealed who he was.
Like,
And all the
what?
adults were flipping out, and the kids were like, who's this guy?
What are you talking about, Mom?
It was the funniest look. They're like, who the heck is that? And why are these old people clapping?
Where's
It
Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, right? Bring back Pikachu.
I did like the Mewtwo though. They really nailed that too, the way it
Yeah.
was, because the way they delivered it. Spoilers. He felt like an enemy. It made you remember the first movie when it came
Yeah.
out, and then it
He's
turned
super
out it was
powerful.
totally opposite. Ah.
Yeah.
Mewtwo is rad. I just love Mewtwo.
Speaking of Ryan, when are we getting Nice Guy or gamer
Free
guy?
Free guy.
Free guy. I keep
Free
getting
guy.
that.
Free guy.
Never.
Soon,
I have no
I
idea.
think.
I thought it
I
was.
think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, it's coming out
And-
soon. I saw the preview in the theater when
In
I went to see D
June?
Player.
Google says August 13th. So that's
Okay.
still 3 months
Okay.
away-ish.
End of
3
summer
months
then.
away. Yeah,
Okay.
end of summer.
Okay, because I'm tired of getting that pushed back. Because I did really want to. That actually looked good from the trailer. So we'll.
If you want,
That's where he's in GTA, right? He literally is like a
Yeah.
character in GTA.
if you want a good movie, if you haven't watched it, it's Willy's Wonderland, and it's pretty much Five Nights at Freddy's, but Nicolas Cage beating up serial killer animatronic animals. It's fantastic.
And he's like just quiet. It's so great because Nick Cage plays this character who's like kind of just like, really, I have to do this. He
know.
like doesn't talk a
Tom.
lot. He just is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, cool. Well, John, same question for you. What are your memories of lunchtime at school?
So I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through 8th grade, and we only had hot lunch on Thursdays, and that was pizza day. And we actually had like Little Caesars, so we had like decent pizza, and it only cost $1 a slice.
What?
I usually got 2. So that was pretty cool. And then obviously, I remember delivering you had the milk crates, and they would like deliver the milk cartons that you had like ordered for previously for the year, and like you get the chocolate milk or the 2%, and stuff like. So you'd get that milk delivered to you, and then I mean most of the time it's like a pack lunch. On Fridays, my mom would get like we would stop at like the Giants, like across the street from the school, and get like a Lunchable.
Yes.
And so I would make like my pizza Lunchable or whatever usually on Fridays. But it was like a lot of just like swapping foods sometimes with like your friends. If
so true.
Mine probably won't. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty just eating your food and hanging out with friends. Probably a lot of talk about sports because a lot of us played soccer, so we're always talking, and we're all on different teams and stuff. A lot of us played on the same teams as well, so we talk a lot about that. And then in high school is where it kind of gets sideways. Like high school lunch was just it was strange. Like my school like self-segregated. Like they literally like white people were in the second floor cafeteria and non-white people were on the first floor. It was really odd. But food was crappy. It's like it was cheap, but it sucked. And a lot of it was just like doing chemistry work. It was weird. We had like lunch. Yeah, we had like lunch in the middle of chemistry class. It was so strange. So we would go down and like you'd be in the middle of taking a test and you have lunch. And so it'd be like,
that's so odd.
What?
That's really weird.
You could then find the answers and go back for the test.
Yeah, it was honor code stuff.
Hide the answer in your sandwich and just like lift up the bread.
Yeah. And then it was like talking about girls and typical high school stuff and what crazy stuff people got into and stuff like that.
I just have to
Funny how you guys answered the pizza question already.
Oh, is that the next question?
That was the next question. It was going to be in school. What kind of pizza did you have? Square or round? So
square
sounds like square. Yeah, we're running about 95%.
I don't even know why I bother keeping count anymore. At this point.
Little Caesars is circular.
Yeah,
I had circle.
So lucky.
Slices, and then obviously Lunchables are square. So if you're making the Lunchables, those are square.
Now,
and then
sorry, go ahead.
And then in high school, I'm pretty sure it was slices too. So that was circular.
Yeah,
so
we
lucky.
had square. Little Caesars was, at least when I would pick it up, when we had a Little Caesars, I always got like the square Little Caesars pizza.
Okay.
So yeah, they did have it that was square. I don't think I ever got it. No, I never got it round. I don't know why, but my weird family wanted to have the square pizza. And since I was working part-time, it's like your after school job.
Right.
So Friday, I just bought pizza, for the family for pizza night. And it's like, yeah, my money, but everybody's like, no, we want the square pizza. Fine.
Fine, I'll do it.
I do not like the square pizza because when you cut it, like I get square pizza, like even frozen stuff or like Litos, like you can't hold. It's hard to like. You have to literally like.
You have to do it like this. Like
it sucks to try and hold it.
It does.
Like a slice. It's like much easier to like handle and eat, and you can like fold it and.
Yeah,
like, I guess a square one you can fold too, but it all like just.
It's not the same.
It's not, and they call it Sicilian style pizza. So anytime I saw that, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't. It's just, it's not as cool when you have like the big floppy slice of pizza.
Right.
You can like roll it up and all of that and eat it. With your hands.
I've heard it called Detroit style pizza. Like the square is Detroit style, and I'm just like, come on, you guys got to get something good in that city. Like, come on, guys.
I have a question. This is different then. Instead of pizza, have you guys ever had poutine?
Yes. Oh, I love poutine. I've only had it 1 or 2 times because I used to live in California and it's not like a naturally occurring food down here. So I had to drive to one specific restaurant that sold it and they've since shut down. So like now I'm always on the lookout for poutine because I love that stuff.
Okay, if you had KFC's, what do you think of it compared to other places?
KFC's it kind of just tastes like the do you remember their breakfast bowls? Or I guess it's just like that. It's like the first bite is good because it's like everything is separated. You can kind of get all their flavors, but then after that, it all just kind of mushes together, and it's just like, all right, you're mashed potatoes now.
Wait. Your KFC has poutine?
So does McDonald's, yes.
Yeah, McDonald's. I haven't had the McDonald's one, but I've had the KFC one.
Oh, okay. Where you guys are, that makes sense. Because the one I've seen poutine. As someone who's lactose intolerant, I said that will end me. You keep it over there. It looks.
I can only imagine.
It looks absolutely.
It is
delicious. I'm surprised no one's put that together in the South, because that's the kind of like artery clogging food that you would that you would get there.
If you want,
but it looks amazing.
If you want,
it's like cheese fries. It looks like it's cheese fries, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like cheese fries with like soaked in gravy.
If you want to switch it up with when you use half cheese curds you normally would use, but then use Havarti cheese with it.
Oh, now we're getting the next level tech. That sounds delicious.
I love Havarti cheese.
Oh man, I should learn just to like make it myself.
Somebody says, Zach says,
damn right.
Everybody's saying,
damn right. The McDonald's isn't that good though, because you know how sometimes you order and you'll get the fries, but they're not fully cooked and they're kind of like limp.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get the limpy kind of weird fries with the poutine, the sogginess is just worse.
It's way too. That's way too soggy. Yeah.
Yeah, Arwen. Yeah, if I'm surprised poutine isn't in the South. I'm surprised I'm surprised no one has put that on the menu, especially some hole in the wall down there. I'm surprised it's not a Cracker Barrel.
Wait,
yeah,
it does look like it's missing bacon, and then it would be right on the menu.
All right, you got so you guys have never heard of Smokey's Poutineery?
No.
Okay, if you Google it and take a look at their menu, you'll Spencer, you'll lose your mind. But it's a restaurant that focuses on different types of poutineery.
This is the place. This is the one in LA. The only place that was there and then closed down. It was Smokey's.
Yeah, and it has like vegan, it has chili, it has everything you can think of type of poutine. Like you can get like a hamburger put on top. It's so good. I'm sorry, I'm fooding
definitely John 42. Go look that up, because there's a restaurant in Disney World actually at Epcot. So there's like the Canada Pavilion. So if you go into Le Stellier, you can get the poutine in there, or you can get it from one of the standing food stands over there in the Canada Pavilion. Yeah.
Canada Pavilion.
Yeah, that's because we have the UK Pavilion. That's where you go to get your fish and chips from what has to be the worst fish and chips place in the UK.
I was gonna say it's UK food. I don't really have big high expectations for it.
It's like, but the fish and chips is actually pretty good. Here's what you have to understand: if it's fried, Southerners will buy it.
Oh yeah,
and it's fried fish, so you're all lined up, because fried fish in the South is
fish is like their main diet. Yeah,
yeah, pretty much like that. So smoky poutineery. Yeah,
it's everywhere, and it's everywhere in Ireland as well.
It's everywhere in Canada.
Yeah. Like
that would make sense.
I traveled all around the island a couple years ago, and fish and chips is everywhere. The best place I had it was in Dingle, because it was like fresh caught, and it was like from like it wasn't like a food truck, but it was like a roach coach type thing.
Oh yeah, even better, dude.
But it was just so great, because like they just like wrapped it up in like a piece of paper, and it was all together, and you just ate it in your hand. It was great.
Oh,
that does sound really good.
Because it was like fresh caught. Because like Dingle is like a fishing town.
It's like right there.
I just like John saying Dingles.
Oh, it's funny. My cat decided he wanted to. Okay, Professor X. As long as he doesn't start licking his nether regions on screen, we're doing good, because he likes to do that.
We're gonna get demonetized for that.
Yeah, I know. Are you in Louisiana? No, not me personally, but my family is in Louisiana. That whole down I-10, pretty much East Texas all the way to Jacksonville. So yeah, Louisiana is one of them. New Orleans food is amazing.
Buck Adams nailed it. Yes, the pulled pork poutine is to die for, and you need an ambulance on speed dial.
Good.
I'm shocked we don't have that in the South. Fried food equals life. Yes, fried, because grease is one of the 4 Southern food groups. It's sugar, alcohol, grease, and I'm forgetting what the
medical
first-
alert
I think it's bacon. No, butter.
Oh,
Butter.
Butter, sugar, grease, and alcohol. Those are
Yeah.
the 4 southern food groups.
I thought there was a fifth one, like medical alert bracelet.
No,
That's the fashion. That's the fashion.
yeah. That's
If you don't have
that's
one of those, that's how they know
what
you
you
don't
wear.
belong there.
So you have to also have the diabetic bracelet. So because it's offensive to serve a Southerner unsweetened iced tea. That's not good.
Right.
The only way you can tap out is if you say, "Hey, I'm diabetic." Okay, all right, cool. We got you. We got you.
If you don't have that bracelet on and you say that, they're going to ask you to leave and probably ban you.
Yeah, that's an insult. They don't want you to, serving that tea. Come home. You know what?
No, you just say, I'll have lemonade instead.
They can do that.
Which is like equally as sweet sometimes.
Yes. Yes, especially down there because it's hot and they just, wanted to melt over the ice and everything. Planning to go to New Orleans probably sometime next year. I need to do some family research, so I'll probably go there. Hey, Snortopoopas Cuber says hello, humans and other critters. We have got 41 people watching, so let me ask the other question. So, bounding into comics, how did that get started?
I'll let John take it away. It's his baby.
Yeah, so I started it probably in 2015. Yeah, in 2015, I think. And then it was just like a review site. I was doing comic book reviews, and then I decided in 2016. No, I think I started in 2014. It was just comic book reviews, and then in 2015 I started doing some more news stuff. Started getting some press releases from like the comic book website, like the comic book companies, the publishers, and so we started doing some of that stuff, and then we started doing some of my own commentary on like what was happening. That was like around the time where you had that like the Killing Joke, like Joker cover, and then the Spider-Woman stuff, and when Comicsgate was just getting started, and people were like vandalizing this like pizza shop like that EVS had like shown up at in Florida, and so we started covering from that angle. We just started covering that kind of stuff. And all the stuff that was going on with like Richard Meyer, they were like threatening to like chase him down at like Baltimore Comic-Con or something like that. So we started.
They were like putting bounties on him. That was so nuts.
Yeah, we started covering stuff like that, and I eventually was able to sell the websites to the company that owns it now, and they had me running it full time. So I was able to grow to where it is today. So that's kind of how it started.
So that's your baby.
Total grassroots.
I created it, but like, no, I have a real child, so I wouldn't.
No, I didn't mean like that. Well, I want something I can. No, but look,
I know what you mean, but I just wanted to like. There's a huge difference. Like, it's.
Yeah,
I mean, I did sell it, but and I had like serious conversations with my wife about it. And about like the pros and cons, and just at the time where I didn't have the time to really commit to doing the website full time because to get it to where it is today. So that was the decision I made. But they give me I have a lot of freedom, and so it's doing really well.
It seems like every time I turn around, somebody on YouTube has, a story from you guys.
Yeah, even I think Tim Pool like 2 weeks ago had us I was actually like, yes, we're on his like thumbnail.
Yeah, we were the thumbnail. That was so cool.
I had a question I wanted to ask, like just the bounding in general. What is your favorite article that you've ever produced?
Ooh.
Oh, mine is totally like my it's when I went back to like I turned it into a video. And I was like, wow, this isn't up to snuff for my quality when I did it. But no, it was, it's my, like, the 5 reasons why The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars film made. I still think that's probably my favorite article to date. And then I did a satire article on, like, I don't remember who it was. It was, like, the Washington Post or something else about how, like, it was about Comicsgate. And I just, like, satirized it. And I had a lot of fun doing that one. But those are probably the 2 articles that I've written that are my. I don't remember it's the Washington Post. It might have been like some other like website. I can't remember. Some other
just one of them.
Yeah, that was like hating on it. It might have been like Vox or something. But those are my 2 favorites. And And the Last Jedi one, I wrote that like as soon as I saw The Last Jedi. I hated that movie so much. Like from the opening scene, like I literally turned to my wife, like after like Hux was like taking the prank phone call, I turned to my wife and I was like, "This is a disgrace. We should like leave. This is just insulting to Star Wars."
It's so bad.
It's so I watched it on demand because life happened, so I didn't get a chance to watch it in the theater. So I'd actually gone to see Solo. God, I wish somebody would have spoiled that for me. And it was just like, oh God, maybe it's a one-off. Maybe The Last Jedi was okay, and they kind of tried to do this and flub the landing. So let me go back and watch The Last Jedi.
Oh my God.
So I watched that on demand, and I'm just like, it can't get any worse. I mean, because The Empire Strikes Back, things got worse, but the story got better.
Right.
So you just kind of liked having really bad stuff happen, although it's just like, I hate that it's happening to them, but the story's so good. But Solo is like, God, The Last Jedi, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. I kept stopping it, getting up. Like, what am I looking? Okay, I'm like, by the end of this, he's gonna wake up at the end. Luke Skywalker is gonna wake up at the end, and it's some kind of torture that they're doing to him or whatever, and it's gonna be fun. And it didn't happen. And I was so pissed off. I didn't watch anything Star Wars for like a year. I was so angry and freaking insulted.
I genuinely don't blame you.
It was horrible. Like I see that Vertical Horizons, I think, just said it though. I saw a Yo Mama joke or something like that. Yeah, there it is. I knew something was wrong as soon as I heard. Yeah, like that does not belong in Star Wars whatsoever.
Did I hear what I think I heard? Are they trying to do it in dozens in a Star Wars?
No, Lord Nemesis. I have not heard it.
They were trying to go Whedon on it, and you never go full Whedon.
I mean, so TD is saying that, I guess that's short for the Deadpool. I'm not sure, but I mean, I feel like that's a problem in Hollywood in general. Is like their movies are so dark now. Like Game of Thrones, that one episode, they try to blame it on people's like TV setups. Like it's like, no, dude, you're like you filmed it in like the Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah,
that was like the moment that like. That was like that really like foreshadowed how terrible that last season was going to be.
That I think that was the first Game of Thrones episode where I was like, what is the freaking point? I hated it. It was awful. It was just like, what are they freaking doing? And I should have known. I should have tapped out then. But I had to see just how freaking bad season 8 was because I didn't watch Game of Thrones with everyone else. And I heard about how freaking bad season 8 was.
I remember people were still like, that's probably another favorite article since we're on that topic.
Yeah.
Is the article about like just me just ripping into that episode, the Battle of Winterfell, and just how like it didn't make sense in the context of Game of Thrones that we'd seen up to that part, where everyone is literally just like they die. If they make mistakes, they usually get killed. They pay for it. Or there's something like horrific that happens. In that episode, you literally have a zombie horde that has you pinned up against the wall, and none of the main characters died. They were all surviving. The one guy literally goes into a charge. What's her name's like the guy who's in love with her, but like is never gonna get any. It's like exile that one. Yeah, the simp guy. Daenerys is simp. Like literally is in that charge.
Yes.
And then he somehow arrives later in to like defend her on the mountaintop like he's freaking Conan.
Oh man, that was so bad. I forgot all about that.
That was just
that was awful.
And then Arya, like, I don't even know, like she like stealth jumps through the entire zombie horde to kill him.
Superman's it.
So that's just trash too.
I had to stop it, and I had to walk away when I freaking saw that.
Do you think Solo would have been better if it was in the 4:3 format and it had slow motion every 20 minutes?
Only if it was released in black and white, and every time what's her name? The girl from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Every time her character shows up, it has to play her theme really loudly all the time, and it has to have a lot of like ambient yelling, like
Well, I don't know if you guys seen the 4K of the whole Snyder Cut is actually out on physical stuff now.
I heard Gary and Az talking about that on their stream.
Oh, really?
No, Solo
I'm
is
done.
there's the big issue I had with Solo is TNT Newton's character literally like sacrifices herself for no reason.
Yeah.
It makes no sense why she kills herself.
I forgot she was in it.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
she's
yep.
Beckett's like love interest, and then she like literally kills herself just so they can write her off. So she's not there at the end of the movie. It's really bad. She's like, I know I have to be at this specific location to like shoot the blow up the bombs or whatever. It's like, no, like there's literally like get out of there. She's like, no, I gotta do it. It's just so terrible.
Just lots of character breaking.
Damn, Keely, that's bad.
That's what Lando said right before the droid.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh, that's too.
So would that make Bob Chapek the Jerry Jones of Disney?
No, he's technically working for, I think, he's working down in Florida as a police officer, telling people about calling.
Oh Lord,
and arriving.
I
did it. I was polite on it. I was polite on it because I forgot when I first opened the program, right? So it's still that picture on it, and I was like, oh.
I never really expect for the Florida streams to ever stay monetized.
No,
but this one I gotta want to keep that way. Holy crap! Okay, so Spencer, how did you get involved in Batman?
Yeah, so I joined up probably around 2017, 2018. I remember I joined up right when Comicsgate was beginning because so my whole journey started was like I've been a big comic book fan, anime, video game fan, whatever, since I can remember. And when Comicsgate started getting started, I'd already been through everything with video games, seeing people get accused of being racist or this ism, that ism, that whatever. And I knew firsthand how big of a lie it all was. So I'm sitting here on the internet back in that time in 2017, and I see the same thing happening to a lot of comic book pros. Like it happened to Ethan, it happened to Richard C. Meyer, and just this infighting. And then I started seeing all the generic, or not the generic, but like the tired insults coming out. You're a Yahtzee, you're a this, you're a that. And I was just sick of it because I was sitting here like talking to all these other comic fans online who were not any of this. Like a lot of them weren't even white when they were being accused of being like white supremacists. So I wanted to take a stand. I wanted to do something to kind of push back. But I didn't really know how. My account was private. I didn't really follow anybody. So I was looking around at comic book news sites one day because I was looking just for more info on what was going on at Comicsgate. And I stumbled upon Bounding Into Comics, and I read a couple of the articles, not a couple, like pages of the articles, and went, you know what? They actually are telling the truth. Like they're open to both sides. They're giving the information. I'm going to see if I can reach out and help out. And so I sent an email to the like tips page saying, hey, I'm a writer. I'd love to help out. Let me know if there's anything I can do. And John sent me a couple like samples, like, hey, do this one. Let me see what you got. And over time, it just grew from there to where we are now.
Cool. So I'll ask you the same question that Fat Steven asked John. What's your favorite article?
All right. Yeah, that's so hard because a lot of my articles are just strictly news. But I think if I had to pick my favorites, it's either way back when I first joined on with the site, I was able to speak with a member of the animation industry who like worked at Disney and all that stuff. And he gave me this big rundown about all of the crap that was going on behind the scenes, the race theory, the social justice theory. And that was really cool to be able to interview him and get this inside look. But I think ultimately my favorite was my Mortal Kombat review for the new movie, because that movie was just so bad that it's very rare. Like I'm sure you've been on streams with me before. It's very rare that I will just find something irredeemable, and that's what Mortal Kombat was. So it was one of those rare times where I could just thrash it and not even feel bad, not even feel like I have to go, well, in its defense, because no, there's no defense for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I always feel like you can find something that's like, oh, but this is pretty good.
This is okay.
Like Don and I are just like, this is absolute trash, and you're just like, well, what about this?
What about this thing?
No,
it's like, settle down back there.
I really can't push back on that because I was like, one, how can you have a Mortal Kombat movie and not have Johnny Cage?
Cage.
That I just So I was like, it was nice visually for me to look at. I had fun. It was a good popcorn movie, but it's just I have to look at it in isolation from the 19,
Right.
99 movie, and I have to, but I'm just like, if I had a choice between the two, I'm gonna go back and watch the old one because
Oh, 1,000%.
you didn't even
haven't
have reptile in it. Anyway,
I haven't even watched it, but Spencer told me that the tournament isn't even in the
There's
movie.
no tournament.
no,
So
There's no tournament.
and
It's
that's
not a Mortal Kombat movie without a tournament. Like that's the whole point of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm like, waiting, when is this going to happen? And just side, yeah. Okay.
It's just for anybody in the chat who hasn't seen it. You know how they released the first 7 minutes online for like their marketing. I believe that should be opening them up to a class action lawsuit for false advertising because those 7 minutes are so much cooler and so much better than literally everything else in the film up into the last 7 minutes, which is another Sub-Zero Scorpion fight.
Yeah, that's kind of how I thought about it, and I'm just like, it just
When
So there was something redeeming about it.
Oh, well, wait. Kano is still an asshat. Kano is still an asshat, and I actually liked him in this movie. He was funny.
When Sub-Zero's walking up the street and just raising the ice and then slamming it down and then raising it up again, slamming it down, that was brilliant. And then it turned. Then you see
comes off of the scene right before where they're going.
I know.
Oh yeah, I have a birthmark that says I can compete in the tournament. That's what makes me special.
And it's removable too. You just gotta kill people.
And I'm just like, is that what y'all came up with?
It's just like, why would you trust the defense? Like, the world is ending. Should we call the Avengers the Justice League? No.
Scarlet Witch.
We're gonna throw out 5 random coins into the world, not even Power Ranger style, where they seek out special people. We're just gonna give them to people.
It ended. That was for
Jerry from the gas station is gonna fight right alongside Liu Kang.
It was even worse though. Let's look at how Cole finally found his
John.
You remember when Cole found his inner power rope? That was even worse. He didn't even get anything. He literally looked like a cross between Stryker and the Mummy.
He literally, one of my friends on Twitter pointed this out. His power was literally plot armor. He gets the armor and he's untouchable from there on out.
He was also untouchable from a good script.
Yeah, no, that's true too. I mean, he one shots Goro. Goro's gone from the franchise now. Good job, guys.
That's just so. And Goro was like a joke.
He was,
and I didn't like that because he was supposed to be, this imposing
and that's
badass.
And that's like the big difference between filmmaking back in the 90s when you made the Mortal Kombat movie and like filmmaking now is that at least back then people were trying to be sincere about what they liked. People making the Mortal Kombat movie were like, we're gonna try and make this movie. We're gonna make something we like we're gonna try and do our best to like make a Mortal Kombat movie. And nowadays, they go into Mortal Kombat going, I'm embarrassed that this is a Mortal Kombat movie. How can we make this as un-Mortal Kombat-y as possible while still being able to market like, oh yeah, fans, this is for you. Like that's the problem with all these like script writers and Hollywood execs and blah blah blah, is that they don't care about the product. It's all about irony now. Like, oh yeah, I like Dragon Ball, I like Thundercats. Ironically, like, you really like that? I just like it because it's funny. And so for us real fans, it's like, no, we genuinely like them. This is not appealing to us.
For you guys as fans, what is it like for you seeing, properties that you love, especially when you're writing about it on your site, when you're seeing properties that you love and Hollywood is basically wiping its ass with it?
I'll let John start with this one because off of that phone call, that's like the perfect jumping off point. the Last Jedi phone call.
I mean, I already talked about that. I mean, for me, it's like I expect it now. So it's like I would have a different answer like a couple years ago, but like now it's just like I expect them to do that. It's just like I'm now just like reporting on the decline. I don't expect anything really like good or interesting anymore, which is kind of sad. I'm just like I expect that it to be like I expect Eternals to like look like crap, and it is.
And it is.
Like the trailer looked garbage.
Lord, that was a garbage.
They're fulfilling my expectations.
Trailer. Somebody said, "Oh, it's a teaser." I'm like, teasers are not 2 minutes.
John pointed that out. Yeah.
So they call it a teaser, so they can, because I think there's some kind of rules where they can like official trailers. They can only have like 2 official trailers before they release the movie. So then they call it a teaser, so they can have 3 trailers. Because I noticed that when I was doing my is an Netflix anime show that's coming out in June, which that actually looks pretty cool. That's the stuff that I look at and I'm like, okay, this is cool. It might actually look good now. Stuff coming from Japan, whereas like anything that's coming from America or like Great Britain, it does not look good at all.
Britain.
I mean, so I'm over that part where it's like I'm over the morning part, and now it's just like, what's next on the kill list? Like, what are you going to kill next? Like, and that's just kind of where I'm at with that. That's not to say that I don't think that there's like, I do think that there can be interesting stuff. Like I do like, I did like Charles Soule's like Lando miniseries that he did for Marvel Comics with Star Wars. I thought that was actually really well done. Mainly because it was with the real Lando, not the Pando Lando.
Oh yeah, not the toaster and the WD-40, which that's even teased me with that meme for freaking weeks. That just hurt my soul.
And they still keep pushing it, and they won't let it go.
Nope.
So it's really trying to find that like diamond in the rough. That's in that, and I don't think Lucasfilm really has that right now. And if you've watched any of our Mandalorian reviews, I am very critical of that show from a lore and canon standpoint, and just from the story itself and the Mandalorian contradicts himself in the episode sometimes on like how he's portrayed as like a badass like bounty hunter, and then he's just getting owned by like a rhino because he just charged into the pit right away. I'm like, no.
Just like John's moment in Star Wars is that phone call. Like, okay, that's a moment for me too. But one I can't get over is in the 2nd season of Mandalorian when he goes to the random town for Boba Fett's armor, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here for Boba Fett's armor. Give it to me."
The first episode.
Yeah, it's season 2, episode 1, and Timothy Oliphant's like, "I'm not giving that to you," and so the Mando like goes like puts his hand by his gun. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna take it," and then he goes, "Well, what if you help me out?" And then the Mandalorian decides to like help him hunt the crate dragon, and it's like, why are you agreeing to help him? He had no leverage on you. You were ready to just shoot him. Like,
no,
it's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
We've seen him. If you compare that to the first season or the first episode of the first season, the blue guy tries to negotiate with him and he doesn't. He just like
exactly.
You were going with me.
So it's like, what's going on? So the character is different. Like he's not consistent.
No,
and like it's not like and like you can have a character change and grow over time, but they still need to have that like consistency. Like Iron Man, you see that growth like over time.
Yeah.
But you also see that he still has weaknesses too. Like the whole point of the Ultron, Age of Ultron sucks, but but you still like you understand that character growth in Age of Ultron, like why he's creating Ultron because he failed to protect from the first Avengers. So like that makes sense, and he's changing there. Whereas like even in the first one, he has great character growth because he has that like traumatic experience being kidnapped and tortured in the cave there, and so he like comes back and he's like, we're not selling. I didn't realize this was happening to our products. We're not selling those. And then he actually like starts like investigating what's going on, and then he literally comes to the part where he's like creating like a new technology that can help like provide power for people for generations without just out of like the goodness of his heart. Which is the opposite of what he's doing. He's creating weapons of mass destruction before.
Yeah, but you're totally right, John. You need that path. With the Mandalorian, it's just like he's here, now he's here. There's no like his personality just changes episode to episode to episode.
It's because and one of the biggest criticisms that I had of the Mandalorian is that their show running is awful. The storylines aren't tight. Like the example that I give is like, for example, soap operas. There's certain things you are not allowed to do in soap operas. You can't contradict certain things that have already happened without an explanation because the fans will eat you alive, and they protect the integrity of the storyline. And it seems with the Mandalorian, they didn't care. And it's like somebody said Mando was cucked, so his co-stars was like, and that was it. That was totally it with the second season, because I was ready to drop, I think, around episode 3 because it was just horrible. They couldn't keep up with their own canon. They couldn't keep their storyline straight.
They don't want to anymore. You have so many people who are like, like not just in Lucasfilm and Disney, but like on the internet, one of the big discourse points is like, why does continuity matter? Why do you nerds care so much about continuity? And it's like, because stories can't happen without, you need to build on what happened before to tell a story. So if there's no continuity from what happened before, then you're just, you're brainstorm. You're just doing what Zack Snyder does, which is, wouldn't it be cool to see that? All right, what about, it would be cool to see that too. I don't know how we're going to get there, but it'd be cool.
It's also overlapping timelines too, when it comes from the books, the stories, like little movies here and there, and short. It's overlapping, and then it ruins the not only the characters, but how the characters have gone through their choices and the adventures they've had, and you're turning into a salad of diarrhea.
Yeah, but and again, it also boils down to basic storytelling. It's like being able to tell a coherent story, and for some reason, that's not held as in high regard as it used to be. You know, especially when it comes to Disney, but it's instead of making something like a new vision that pays homage to the lore and you don't violate that. Now it's like, look at me, let me see what I can do. See what I did with Star Wars? I may have trashed
you don't want Star Wars. You want Daniel Kibblesmith Star Wars. Like, you're not here for the product or the franchise. You're here for me and my story about waking up and having anxiety and looking at my phone 9 times. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Spencer, you nailed it. It's pretty much, my story has now become my truth on a different path to the road.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what I say all the time. Like,
hey, Fabian,
somewhere along the line, thanks for showing up. Like, somewhere along the line, I lost my train of thought because I was so happy to see him. I'll come back to it.
That's okay. That's okay. But I wanted to bring this up because we actually have two pop culture stories I want to hit on. So this one with John Cena. Oh Lord, I'm sick and tired of people. He's not apologizing to the Chinese people. He's apologizing to the CCP.
Oh yeah.
But why is he apologizing? Nobody can see him.
So I also think that I mean, he is like, there's a lot of like super dedicated CCP loyalists in China as well too. So it's not just the CCP.
Yeah, this is just I mean, did you guys see his apology at all?
13 seconds or something, and I was like, turned it off. I was like, I don't care.
Well, he says it in Mandarin, so. But he looks like he's a held prisoner because there's like a white wall behind him or whatever. He literally looks like he's in like a jail cell or whatever.
He won't ever leave the casting couch. What the hell?
It looked like a I want to say it looked like oh, that's from F9. Yeah, it looked like a hostage video.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's what it is. He doesn't mean any of this stuff. The Chinese people see through it too. Because if you go, I mean, there's some South China Morning Post actually had some Weibo. They quoted some Weibo users, and they're just like not buying it. So it's just the same thing with Shang-Chi. They see through it. It's like obvious what he's doing. It's a fake apology.
Wow. Yeah, and it is. And it's like
money.
It exactly, because it's not like it's like they pretend that, oh, we're apologizing to the Chinese people. No, you're not. No, you're not. And it's
please buy more tickets for Fast Furious.
Yes, please go see it over in China. Please don't bomb the movie. Please don't ignore it. So it's a complete and total flop. We want that. We want that money, but it's just.
It's already made over 100 million over there too. So
the thing is, China knows that it's all about money. They know it's all BS, and I think they're letting them do this just to laugh at them, like they have them in the ball of their hand. There's no way in hell they're that stupid.
No, the Chinese are extremely smart. They've been outplaying Americans for years now. I mean, look at I did a video last week about the Hollywood Reporter actually turning on Disney, which I was like shocked that they actually.
I saw that.
But if you go back and look, China had Disney by the balls in 1997 when they banned Disney from. It was like Disney, Columbia Pictures, and one other one I can't remember. But they banned Disney because of the Kundun film, Martin Scorsese film about the Dalai Lama. And then less than a year later, what is his name? Eisner.
At the time, yeah, it was Eisner.
Yeah, it's not Will Eisner because he's the comic book guy.
I know, that's what I want to say too.
Michael, I think his name's Michael Eisner.
No, it is.
Yeah,
It is
Michael Eisner.
Yeah.
Yeah, CEO of Disney.
Yeah, he literally goes over to China and says, he says that, what did he say? He said, the good thing is no one saw the movie. The bad thing is it got made. And he was saying that about his own movie. And it was just like, wow. And then he like apologized for it being made so Disney could get into China. And it's just
so bad.
It's sickening.
It's
That was in
bad because
1998.
it was 98. Yeah, because because there's like two parks in China. So there's like Hong Kong Disneyland,
Shanghai,
and there's Shanghai China.
See, they're handling this all wrong. They should have always outsourced to Dennis Rodman and let him do all the apologies and patch everything.
We were good
out.
in the 90s with North Korea, right?
Yeah, it only works in North Korea. Oh, the John Beck, thank you so much for the $2 super chat and for being a channel member. Cook Cena and that used chicken oil he's done. Yeah, he, kowtowed appropriately because it has to do, with calling Taiwan a country. It's like, oh no, you can't do that. So it's like, you better get on there and, and apologize. I'm just sick and tired of all these freaking apologies, but John Cena knows which side of the bread it's buttered on, So put this disingenuous, okay, I'll go out here and fake apologize,
It looks really bad for him because like his brand is like Americana. Like I'm American and proud. Like that, like when I think John Cena, it's like him holding that like flag behind him or whatever.
His profile picture on Twitter is literally a picture of him with like a square like outline around his face, and then it says hashtag We Are America. And it's been that since before he made the statement. So like,
right,
what are you doing here?
Yeah, Cena lost many fans with this fake apology. Yeah, I was just like,
I'm one of them. Yeah,
you're off my list because it's just like I would have had way more respect for you if you would have not even freaking did this, not even acknowledged this at all.
Yeah,
apologize for what? It's never going to be enough. What's the next thing you're going to wind up apologizing for?
That he's an American movie star, and he. Oh, I'm sorry, I called myself an American movie star and not a global movie star or whatever. Like that's what's coming.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame because I didn't like him in Bumblebee. I thought he was terrible.
His role in Bumblebee was just bad,
and I think that was directing. But I mean, the trailer in Fast and Furious, I was like, just look at those pictures up there, those screenshots from the trailer. I mean, you can see like that facial acting looks really good, and I was just like, he looks like he could play a really good villain, and I was kind of interested to see this film because it looked like it wasn't going to have like an agenda or anything like that, and then.
And now it does,
has an agenda now.
Molecular Arts, you never apologize to the mob.
He literally not only is not going to get money from China now, but he's also caused a fallout for money being earned in any movies within the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, absolutely.
I found his Twitter picture for you so you can actually see how hypocritical this looks because we're seeing this and then we see this.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah,
exactly.
Where he's like,
it's missing some gold stars here.
He was literally in a movie called The Marine, wasn't he?
That's actually, you see the red in the background? This is actually taken outside of the Chinese embassy.
Really?
No.
I thought it was the Mandarin buffet.
But it's oh god, it's apropos though. It's just like I'm so tired of these American movie stars who just kowtow, to China. It's just it's like forget it, dude. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. Speaking of, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's almost like who's believing this? Really, it's kind of like when we see somebody apologize for like, oh, I'm sorry, I drew this image of a attractive woman and they apologize and we're like, dude, you're just bowing to the mob. They're going to come after you worse. Like nobody believes you. That's what's happening here. Like, I don't think China believes them. And I know nobody here in America believes them. So you're just going to keep running yourself into between the rock and the hard place until you're all gone.
The thing
No,
is,
I
when
think-
you
yeah.
sorry, John. When you apologize to a mob in general, it doesn't matter if it's like from cancel culture or doing what it is with China and this. As soon as you apologize, even if you apologize for parts of things, they're going to take it as a full apology, and then they're going to go full force at you more until they take you down till you're either at the ground level, your soul. They don't care if it's your family, your kids. They don't care. They just want you gone because they think you admitted guilt for everything because they don't listen to the words. They only see sorry and they act on it like the rifle range.
Yeah, and to them, that sorry is an admission, and it's not even. And like Pat Stevens said, it's an admission to everything. The second you apologize for, I'm really sorry that I, starred in it, or I said Taiwan was a country. Well, now everybody's going to go, oh, well, now are you going to apologize for this thing America did to China? What about this? What about that? I mean, it just keeps going. There's no end to it.
It doesn't end. So it's like what several people have said, like, young Ripper. It's like when people come at you with this stuff, it's just like, no, don't apologize. Like,
Never.
Exactly.
Bump you.
The same thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, John. Okay. So the one thing I do, like, if you go, like, I couldn't find like his full comments from the Taiwanese TV station that he made them in, but if you look at it, he says this will be the it'll be the first country that the film is in. So like that's the Chinese people like making that assumption that he's saying Taiwan is a separate country because like China believes that Taiwan is part of China. The US believes that. That's like our official state. That's like the US Department of State says. So to me, it's almost like he's apologizing for these people taking his comments out of context, unless he actually said something different on the Taiwanese TV station, but it was kind of ambiguous from the quote that I found from the South China Morning Post, and obviously that stuff's kind of hard to find because you have the language barrier, and it's all also like across the globe. And then I think getting back to that one question you were asking on like why is he apologizing, Fat Steven Seagal, I think you hit it on the point earlier when you were just like it's not like we all see it as the fake apology. Americans see that. Chinese see that. It's China. It's just bending the knee, like humiliating them, making like showing who the true like power is, and that's really what it is. It's showing who where the I don't even know if I was going to push dollar. Back. Yeah, I would just say it's China saying like we are the hegemon now.
Yeah, like you can't touch us. You have to bow to what we want.
Exactly. Even if it's just implied, even if there's just a hint of an insult towards us, you need to apologize for it.
Yeah.
And it just looks so freaking bad. But speaking of bad things,
oh goody.
I heard yesterday. I heard the pilot was so bad that it was being reshot, rewritten, and all of that stuff. And I didn't think anything. I'm like, no wonder, it's freaking crap. But then I find out that supposedly it was extremely bad. I believe one of the terms used was hate boner.
I have them on my Facebook. I won't share them, but I have all the screenshots I could find.
I have the full script. I have the full leak script. It's bad.
Yeah, when they're relating to Harambe, they have no idea.
There's literally a Harambe joke in it. Like,
yep.
Who thought that? Like, where do you? I'm not even going to ask. I was going to say who thought that was a bad idea, but they probably said, "Yeah, let's go ahead and do it."
Post Harambe, nobody cares.
that is literally the line.
Almost, I changed it.
Keely Chow, you need to. I know what you mean there, but you actually you need to interpret his comment as actual literal, and that does happen. It seems like in the show, there's lots of sex references.
Oh, dude, there's
goodness. Are you serious?
I'll give everybody a quick breakdown because I was actually doing a write-up on this before John and I jumped on. So basically, everybody knows the basic rundown that this is supposed to be a continuation of the cartoon. Like, this is them grown up. So it gets worse than that. Like, I don't even know how to preface this. I guess I'll just go to it. So first things first is that the pilot reveals that the cartoon was a cartoon made in universe. And it turns out that apparently Professor Utonium is an abusive celebrity dad who was just trying to milk his daughter's fame and powers. So that's why the cartoon exists, because he licensed out his daughters. There's even a line where Bubbles gets mad at him for it and goes, I can't like. I even defended you when you whitewashed us in that cartoon. Like to that, like that's the extent to where we're going. And yeah, the professor is totally shown as just a sleazy
Wait.
Hollywood dad. What's up?
Wait. So you're telling
Oh.
me the intro that says sugar and spice and everything nice is all a BS thing? So he's trying to make
All
no
BS
offense. I'm gonna
thing.
say so. Technically, I'm gonna use these terms.
Yeah.
A white male
Mm-hmm.
is now there's the pretense again.
Oh my
No,
god.
Donald. The professor is black now. He's played
Yeah.
by Turk from Scrubs. Donald.
Yeah,
Faison.
done on a
But in the
Faison.
cartoon, he wasn't.
Right.
No.
But that's why Bubbles got mad that they
Oh
were
my
whitewashed. But don't worry, that hold on to that, Stephen, because it does come back.
Well,
Because
hold on one second.
yeah.
So Deranged Lunatic, thank you for the 99-cent super sticker, and it is a Doomicorn. So
I am the Pegasus. I come bearing horrible tidings of war from the...
Yeah. Less talky, more flappy.
freaking love that. It never gets
I just
old.
like the takeoff.
I know.
Less talky, more flappy.
We should tell that to celebrities.
Like
Less talky, more active.
From the stuff I have read, it's not even that thing that bothers me. It's like they took a cartoon. A lot of people remember that it was a kid cartoon. It was supposed to be something fantastic. That 3 little girls had superpowers and they could still be cute and have fun and still save the world. And it was supposed to have that satire. And the way I read some of the script, I was looking at going, "You've turned them into hating." I can't even say the words because it's
what. Go ahead, Britt.
This is what really pisses me off, because I have watched the Powerpuff Girls since they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched like episodes over and over. I have it on DVD. It was one of my favorite panels to go to at conventions.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite episodes is I think it was with the little demon octopus doll or whatever. But they went to school and somebody wrote Cookie on the board and turned around, and when they turned back it said Dookie instead of Cookie.
Yeah. And then they like look at the octopus and it's just sitting there.
Yeah, just sitting there, and one kid who he kept eating paste and they were making fun of him.
Oh, I remember the paste eating kid.
And Buttercup wouldn't apologize, and he kept like growing larger and larger, and they were trying to get her to apologize.
I remember that one. Yeah.
He didn't want to do it. But it was such a fun freaking cartoon. It was great. They had so many comic tropes in it, so many pop culture references in it. That's why it was so popular.
But
do this.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, is like when nerd culture became popular and everybody started going, "Oh, I'm so nerdy," out went the idea that you could be genuine and sincere, like the Powerpuff Girls were, where they were a good take, that it was a subversion of the superhero genre, but it wasn't blowing it apart. It was just showing it in this different scenario, right? But it was made with passion, and it was, now like with this series, it's like, hey, isn't this crazy? Like, what if superheroes did that? And it's insincere. So do you guys remember Lower Decks, the Star Trek series, the animated one?
I saw one episode of that.
I reviewed the entire season for Bounding because I have nothing better to do with my time. But
come on, John, pay him. Come on, pay him something. Comic books, something.
He pays me in not having to write those articles. I have to write those articles so then he can assign me 2 that aren't Lower Decks.
That white privilege goes a long way.
No, it's like card.
But Lower Decks was the same way, where I made this like comparison where, when you're hanging out with your buddies, you might have had a couple drinks or whatever, and somebody says something dumb like, "Man, you ever imagine like what if Superman had to take the bus?" And it's like, haha, that's really funny, and like you have like maybe 2 minutes of like laughs over that absurd situation. They stretch that out into the main humor because they're too afraid to be seen playing with toys. Essentially, they don't want to play with Powerpuff Girls or Superman. They want to just make money and make everybody as miserable as they are.
See, the first screenshot I saw, and I'm going to quote it, that what bothered me the most, you can, never mind. Sorry, I got a phone call. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
go for it.
Hold on Hold on one sec. So I'll grab this super chat here. I'm gonna like shuffle you guys. I'll let Fat Steve Wyman comes back. Sean the Movie Man 71 for $5. Thank you so very much for that. Hello, Lorena. You're always so graceful. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's true.
Also, loving these Bounding into Comics guys. Yes, they
Thanks.
are awesome. So I'm glad to have them on. Also, the show was considered worse than Batwoman. Scare. Oh God, what can be worse than Batwoman?
It's bad.
It is.
It's so bad.
Lorena, I can actually do a quote for you.
Hit it up, Steven.
Blossom. Here he goes. Blossom's fine. I saw on her Insta that she has a boyfriend. I saw on her LinkedIn that she got promoted. And I saw on Facebook that she still talks to Grandpa despite the political differences. Coming back here is probably triggering for her. Why? Because she's the one who killed Mojo. I mean, moveon.org. Yikes. Every website.
That it literally sounds like Life is Strange. If anybody has played that game, where it's a bunch of like 50-year-old Canadian guys trying to write hip teenagers, that's what this is.
Thank God.
And it gets worse than that because for the girls, like Blossom probably gets the best of it. She is she's moved out. She's like working at a job. Like she has a job.
She makes
a boyfriend,
pornos, right?
Yep.
Is that
there's a reference that she makes a porno.
No. She Blossom doesn't make a porno.
One of them does.
Yeah. So Blossom has like a real job. In the script, it says a Boston area biotech firm. She has a boyfriend and just kind of doesn't really want to do anything with superheroing anymore, which is fine. We've seen that a lot in media. Like it's kind of the return call to arms story. But then Blossom and Buttercup or Bubbles and Buttercup are where it gets bad. Bubbles, the cute little innocent Bubbles, turns into like a like social media success obsessed like socialite who's always like partying, always concerned about like getting the footage for her Instagram and her TikTok, and is always having sex. And then same thing with Buttercup. She's just this like lesbian who's her only quality in the show is that she has sex with women. Like all of her dialogue revolves around it. It's the focus of her character. Every reference is back to it. And it's so bad. Like that's literally what they did to the Powerpuff Girls.
Awful. They better not talk Ed Nettie.
Oh, they will. Don't worry. They will. They'll make it into a sad cartoon where the Eds are all friends with everybody and they all learn good lessons about being true to yourself at the very end. I don't know. I don't have any hope for anything.
Just wait till they get to the Rugrats.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised they haven't. Remember in the very first Rugrats movie, there's one of the darkest scenes of all time where Tommy almost kills Dill. Like, I always think of that scene, and it would never happen today.
Just wait till they start remaking a live adaptation of Hey Arnold and wait for that nightmare.
I really can't believe they haven't yet. They got a live action Dora.
Who's the intended audience? This scares me. I now fear the return of Dexter's Laboratory.
But that's not true about Dora, though. They canceled the New Warriors.
Oh damn!
I'm still waiting for it, Kibblesmith.
Show me how you can find them do a cameo probably in Santa's Husband 2, Another As Kissed.
Hey, Chris Webb, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. I so appreciate it. Says, when was any live action recreation of a classic cartoon any good? I want to say not good, but it was passable, and I'd say probably the first Scooby-Doo movie.
Scooby-Doo. I was also going to throw out Speed Racer, the Wachowski sisters Speed Racer movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, they were it's like they were good. They were good from a camping point of view because they appreciated the original stuff. They weren't like obviously trashing it like the CW is doing here with this.
John
what
says
about, what about Dragon Ball? That was a great movie. No one liked Dragon Ball Evolution? Am I the only one?
Dragon Ball Evolution was an original concept made by an American writer. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just as good as Avatar.
Yes, it was an Oscar-worthy performance.
I believe that's a cinematic universe. It goes Avatar, then Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Speed Racer was live action. I didn't get a chance to see it. I used to watch the anime, so I didn't get a chance to
I used to play the
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was from
Yeah, me
cartoon
too, John.
to real life, and Ninja Turtles actually nailed it in the first 2 movies. I'll give them that too. Secret
Yeah.
of the Ooze and the original Ninja Turtles, based from the cartoon, was good.
Yes, I'll give
It's
that
hard-
too.
But
It-
that's
like, if
going
you-
back a while.
The first live action TMNT movie is so good because it's literally an adaptation of the first comic, which I think is,
Yeah,
I say this all the time. It's one of the greatest comic book stories ever written. It's really that good. That first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic is so good.
Final thoughts on this. God,
Trash fire.
It
absolute
is.
trash fire. There's
Yeah.
no hope for this. I hope this is one of those things where they go, we're going to rework it, and then we just never hear from it again.
I would
I
love
hope
that.
it's just completely canceled, like we were just talking about earlier. New Gods.
Oh yeah,
But
That
New
got
Gods
canceled, didn't it?
it got
Yeah.
brought up. Yeah.
And now Marvel's stuck with Re-Eternals. There you go. That's what's
Yeah.
going on right now in the backstage, trying to get fixing it for Powerpuff.
Yeah,
Girls.
I just
Oh, no.
I can't.
No.
It's like stop messing with that. No, as a
That's-
hardcore Powerpuff Girls fan, it's God, I freaking hate that.
And He-Man's not going to be any better. Kevin Smith's He-Man's not going to be better. Like, have you
No,
have you
no.
guys ever watched Clownfish's when they were covering the article and like the news and stuff?
Oh yeah, we covered
And
that.
Neon
was
dropped
right.
Neon dropped that
Neon was
F-bomb. I have never heard that in a long time.
That was
He got
crazy.
that
Yeah.
pissed.
I didn't hear
He
that.
got livid. He dropped the
Yeah,
F-bomb.
Neon
live
was
on everything.
pissed.
He did.
I've never heard. He usually is pretty
Calm.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I was so taken
It's
aback.
usually Geeky Sparkles is the one who's
Yeah,
the,
she's a crazy
rant.
rant
She's the-
engine.
She's
That's
the
what I
firecracker, that's for sure.
expect. Yeah, that's what pisses me off. I did not want to see the adventures of freaking Tila, who
No,
looks
as
extremely foot in this. But
Yeah, as soon as they showed the haircut, you knew.
Yeah,
you
you
was
knew what
happening.
time it
That's all you
was.
had. It's-
Well, folks, I am so glad John and Spencer were here with us today. It's been too much fun. We're gonna have to have you guys back because you guys have just so much info and insight. I just love it. So, folks, please do subscribe to Bounding Into Comics here on their main YouTube page. What do you guys have coming up that you'd like to let everyone know about?
John, you want to take it? You want to start?
Well, yeah. So I'm going to talk about what you have coming up. So
Oh, yeah, sure.
maybe you should go.
All right, yeah. So first off, I want to thank Lorena for inviting us on. It's always a pleasure to get to speak with her, and obviously always a pleasure to hang out with Steven Seagal. Hopefully someday he'll get out of that hot tub and we can have him on our channel. But
Just send a DM.
do you have Wi-Fi in the hot tub? Is it stable enough? We need
It's
to make sure.
Crisco-Fi, yes.
Crisco-Fi, even better. It's going to be smooth sailing. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Kabuto Writer Mav. I mostly just tweet about anime, comic books, everything we all like talking about. You can check us out daily on boundingintocomics.com. As for myself on Bounding, I'm currently working on a couple news articles. Obviously, you'll get a better, more in-depth write-up on the Powerpuff Girls in just a little bit. And then I have a review for the Demon Slayer movie in the works, and I am currently picking back up my reviews for Superman and Lois since that show just came back. So that's what I've got on my plate. And yeah, please check us out. Please follow us on Twitter. And yeah, I really hope to come back because this is so much fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun here. As me, I don't have anything specific on my plate. Kind of just, I would be like searching to see what's kind of happening right now, if there's any like breaking news or anything. I mean, we do have a couple stories up right now on the website. Zach is from a couple days ago. Zack Snyder did an interview about like his political positions and his Christian imagery. So I got a story on that. But yeah, we got the John Ostrander story is there as well. He's showing that meme. So we got a bunch of stuff coming up. Our JB has some stuff coming up on what is it? The He-Man with Henry Cavill, or no, it's Highlander. Henry Cavill.
Highlander.
And whether that affects his Superman status. So we got there's a rumor about that. So there's a bunch of stuff coming up that we got going on. And we kind of cover, as you can see there, this is kind of our top stories of the past 2 days. We cover a lot, comic book creators, movies, fan movements. Oh, one story I do have in the works is Star Wars fans continuing to go after Lucasfilm on their YouTube channel. So,
Oh, wow.
So I'll probably be working on that because they're still doing it. They're still posting the Gene quotes.
So good.
what is it? You
man.
can't cancel us or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but they keep posting that one, and it's really good. And then the Forbes guy, they quote him too.
Yeah, the Forbes one was the one I was trying to remember.
So I'll be doing that, and then I might have one on the Lucas Museum. I'm still working on that one. That one's going to take a little bit more research, but that one might not might not make a lot of fans out of us, but
but it's good info.
A lot of stuff going on with the Lucas Museum.
Cool.
Yeah, when that article drops, it's going to be really informative. I know what he's cooking up in the back.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if if I've missed yet, but have you guys done a review of Zack Snyder's bomb of the new zombie?
Oh gosh, no, I haven't even watched it yet.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I can bring myself to watch that. I barely got through Justice League.
We might have one coming. I think Chris might be doing that.
Yeah,
one.
I think he's on it. Did you guys see there's a dead pixel in Army of the Dead? I caught that.
I saw something about that. What is that?
So literally a bunch of scenes so they shot a bunch of scenes like of everybody in the vault getting the money, but one of the cameras they used had a dead pixel in it. So you can see it in every shot. And it's really distracting because everything is so dark. Like there's literally a scene, and I only know because I saw screenshots of it, where like the black guy lead is standing in a dark room and he has a dark black beard and the pixel is right there. And it's like, wow, you can just see it and it's everywhere.
So it's Cavill's mustache all over again. Okay.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, folks, it's been great having you guys here again. We are definitely going to have you back. Thank you guys in the chat for being here with all your comments and supporting it. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, thanks so much for watching the replay. And please do hit that like button, subscribe to Bonding into Comics, subscribe to all the rest of us on the panel, and have an amazing, amazing evening. Talk to you later. Bye.
Adios.